I was introduced to Vincent Valdez when he was 13 years old. He was in Alex Rubio's mural program, and Alex brought him by San Antonio's Guadalupe Cultural Arts Center. I re-met him when he returned to San Antonio after getting his BFA at the Rhode Island School of Design, and we gave him his first one-person show at the Guadalupe. He sold every piece. One of those works went to art collector Joe Diaz, who became an instant friend. Joe was the bridge between Vincent and his art heroes, Luis Jimenez, Cesar Martinez, and John Valadez. They all became immediate friends after Joe showed them Vincent's work. He's going to make us work harder, they said about Vincent. They knew that Vincent Valdez would reach the heights quickly. Vincent and I found a special connection because we both loved Leonard Cohen, Simon and Garfunkel, The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, and so many more. On payday, we'd race at high speed to the CD exchange to find our favorite music at bargain prices. I had an old burgundy Chevy with a broken air conditioner, but Vincent never complained, not even in August. We were on our way to feed our ears. Alex Rubio and I have always said that Vincent is an old soul, an allusion to both his taste in music and his depth. I'm sure he's updated his musical preferences, but the depth remains. The point at which Vincent Valdez entered the art world was a pivotal one for Latinx artists. We were proving that we deserved a place in the big art world. Vincent's mentors and friends, Luis Jimenez, Cesar Martinez, and Alex Rubio, were leading us there. But it's the work of younger artists like Vincent Valdez which has sealed our presence, allowing cultural content and cultural identity to become a norm in this country's art vernacular. When his work addresses the injustices of the past, as in his work, The Strangest Fruit series, art not only stimulates memory, but becomes a cry for change in today's world. Vincent internalizes cultural experience and literally represents it to the world. This gift of understanding connects us to every society in flux. Today, shifting cultural ground is an international reality. The world is blending. Culture is dynamic, not static, and Vincent captures that. His gaze allows us to grasp the complexities of culture in this time frame, who we are now, who we're becoming. For all of us, not just Latinos, identity is flexible. We cross-pollinate. Change is inevitable with immigration, politics, law enforcement. Vincent's work speaks to what's going on right now, both the dark realities and the love that saves us from them. Through his work, he says, "This is what's real. This is true. Did you know this? Do you understand now? The world needs to pay attention."
For me, making images always seemed quite natural. According to my parents, I was drawing by the early age of 3. I needed to find my own space in the world and find a means to communicate with the world because I was such a quiet kid. It came so easy to me that I thought everybody knew how to draw. I knew very quickly on in life that being an image maker was going to be my quest in this lifetime. I met Alex Rubio, I believe I was in the 4th or 5th grade at that time. And I'll never forget that moment. Alex, took me aside and introduced me for the very first time to a paintbrush. I'd never held one before. A few gallons of various colors of house paint, a palette, instructed me on what it meant to be in control of your tools, how to handle your painting tools. It was almost as if I was remembering a forgotten language. I understood what it was that he was saying and what I was looking at. And that was it. I feel like that was the moment that I really vowed never to turn back. I knew exactly what my intention was and what my purpose was going to be for the remainder of my life. I've been a trumpet player since I was about 13 years old and continue to play to this day. Music for me has always been such an important outlet, a creative outlet in the studio. It's probably one of the few ways that I am able to disconnect from the visual way of thinking and decompress into an entirely different method of creating. I remember one summer painting a mural with Alex Rubio, sitting on scaffolding in the housing projects of the west side of San Antonio. And I'll never forget sitting there one day and looking down from that scaffolding and then vowing to myself, this is going to be my effort as a painter, is to continue to find ways to tell stories about people and for people. It's a risk to not speak up about urgent subjects in contemporary America. What I'm aiming to do with my portrayed subjects is to give them an undeniable presence. There is no more turning away. There is no more forgetting. There is no more denying. I love to remind myself of the wise words of American writer and social critic Gore Vidal, who once said, "We are the United States of amnesia. We learn nothing because we remember nothing." So it has been my life's intention, my purpose, to observe the world around me and to speak up about what I witness, to create a visual testimony about my short time lived and experienced in 21st century America.